Yo, what's going on? What's good, people? Dark Light, big ups. How are you? Oh, I'm wearing a green t-shirt again. Why do I keep doing this? Oh well, whatever. I need to throw away all my green clothes. If we're going to do this green screen thing properly, we need no green clothes left in the collection, I think. Anyway, happy Tuesday. It's another 5D chess competitive game. Today we're against Pengu. And just waiting for Pengu to join the match here. Okay, let's go. Alright. Alright. Let's go. Boom. I'm white. So we're going to kick things off here. With the classic letting the queen out maneuver. Let's see how we get on. Just the standard move. Alright, let's push this pawn again. I haven't studied any theory for this game mode, so I don't know if this is good or not. It's just this is the kind of techniques I've been building. I think we can take here. And then we go for like some sort of weird rook trade type situation otherwise. Yeah, we'll just take it. We'll take back, okay. Let's just do it. I'm developing a plan already. Ever so slight plan. Let's put our queen up here first and foremost. It's so funny, you just basically demolish this side of the board first in defended pawn. It's got a very specific vibe. Yeah, I'm developing a little bit of a plan. The bishop's going to come to there. Hold on, though. We need to defend against this threat first, which I think is easy enough to defend against, but we'd have to push that pawn, which otherwise, yeah, because, yeah. It means, like, if the queen can get over to this spot, we're quite vulnerable there. But I guess we can prevent that. The other thing to think about is... Oh, yeah, but the bishop... Yeah, okay, let's put the knight there. Let's put the knight there. I think that makes sense. Because the only thing that knight's really defending is that pawn there, and the bishop's got it covered anyway. And the knight there actually blocks those two pawns that are being defended only by the bishop along the two kind of diagonals. So if something was to come over here to try and hit that pawn, it couldn't anyway. It could be hit from this side, but they've got their own pawn there, which we're locking in. Yeah, I think it's fine. Ahead on time. We're nearly a minute now. Okay, out comes that pawn. That's interesting. I'm not sure why, but we're just going to crack on with our plan. If they push this pawn again, we might have to send this one out to just block the kind of advance. I think we don't want this pawn to end up down here attacking there from the backside. That would be bad for us, and that is indeed what they've gone for. So yeah, we'll block that. It does kind of mean their rook's activated and ours isn't, so maybe we should have pushed the pawn up already. But I think we can let our rook out some other way. And then you push this pawn up a few spaces, suddenly we're laughing. Okay, one more move. One more holding move in the present. I don't really see any moves that I really like. Just do that to add another defender to that pawn, perhaps. More important than defending that bishop back there, I think. I think that's nice. And then next move we unleash our time traveling attack. Fingers crossed. I don't think they're quite there yet. In fact, they're not at all there yet because the bishop's been blocking they blocked their own potential, like, time travel-y attack. With their own bishop. Okay, so I think this is a good move. Just go and take the queen in the past. Safe, Ian. How you doing? Showing us quite a lot of yeah, there we go. Let's submit that. So now we've created a timeline back in the past there where we've won their queen. I think in the present their queen isn't much of a threat because of the way their own bishop was blocking it in. We're going to have to get quite a few moves into the... Yeah, that's fine. They want to trap our bishop, but we can just trade them now. Or we could defend it with our queen. On the basis that if they take, our queen's in like a pretty awesome spot there. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. So it's Zugzwang. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Hold on. Oh man, in the present day they have quite a rowdy move. Hey look, this is all good. Now we can take. We need to think about this threat in the present. Just defend that pawn. Let's keep it simple. Yeah, I just have to move out of that position now, because then they'll just take my queen. You see how we could just do that? They like, but we have the time travel debt, if you know what I mean. So it's their turn to make another timeline, but they can just jump over and take the queen next turn. So the queen needs to move. Can move to there. Yes, Michael, how you doing? Big ups. I think they need to think quite carefully here. I think if they don't play the right move, they're done for. Because at this point, my queen is now checking this king in the past, like it can jump from here. Yeah, I think we want to go for the trade. This is their last queen, so we just take it. We just go for the queen trade here. And then on this board, let's just want to make sure this isn't a blunder. The two queens are kind of defending each other in these spots. Yeah, I think we go for that. I think we're doing all right here. You're back from college right now. Nice. Good timing then. Good timing for a bit of midday 5D chess. How come college is easier than school? I don't know, I think the older you get, the more like interested in your education you become, right? And also because you can specialize more. I don't know actually how it works for you with school and college, but when I went to college I was like only doing 4 subjects at that point, instead of doing all the ones you don't like. So you're just more interested, more engaged. Yep, they go for the queen trade on that side, and they put the knight into block there. I think that might be mate anyway, just plopping our queen there. I could be wrong. I think it is. I think it's pretty good. I think it might be mate. Let's start setting up an attack down here in case it isn't. I can't leave my queen there for too long. Is this, are they in check in the past? Yeah, they are. Yeah. So they have to time travel to escape this check right now, which is what I was hoping for. We've got them on the back foot. You see this bishop here lining up now with the pawn, and that, so we can push this pawn, attack that pawn, while simultaneously opening up some quite devastating stuff in that corner. I think they just need to find a piece that's gonna, you know, they don't have any queens left to time travel with. I think we're in a really, really strong spot here. Really strong. My analysis of how well we're doing in games has been wrong in the past though, so we may just suddenly lose. But I don't see any open attacks on our king. Like, they might be able to time travel back to a time when they had a queen, potentially, and then try and salvage that queen in that timeline and bring it to the present. Otherwise, in the present at least, they have no queens and we have one. We're attacking really nicely here. They have to time travel. That's their only way out. Any move they play in the present will... And they have to time travel from this board here. Any move they play on this board, it's mate. So they can't move on this board. This board is locked into mate. You see, when they time travel now, they're going all the way back there. That's very nice, but they've moved on that board, and therefore it's mate. So they can't play that move. They can't play anything on this board. This board is game over for them, unless they land on this board from another timeline. Now they can't do anything from this timeline, so what they have to do is time travel from this timeline. From this particular board, they have to time travel into the past, creating a situation at this point where they can take that queen. And it has to be to take the queen. They just have to move only on this board. Yeah, there's nothing they can... yeah. I do feel like my understanding of the game is actually developing. Like, the more we play, it does seem to be we're doing better. And I feel more confident in these moments. Like, feel pretty confident in this moment right now. I'm certain they can't move on this board. They have to move, like, if they want to go past this point in the present, and they want to continue into the future from here, then this board needs to be dealt with. And the way it needs to be dealt with is that queen needs to be taken. So yeah, they have to time travel from this board. I can't see what moves they've got. That bishop has no time traveling moves. This knight has a few time traveling moves, and they really just prolong the inevitable. They can only go back that far. Can this knight time travel? Oh, they resigned, I think. I think they just resigned at this point. That's a resignation. I take it. Okay, good. They're saying yeah, GG, can't see a way out of that one. I said, yeah, GG, I think it was pretty much over. They would need to time travel from here into the past and somehow create a situation where they could take that queen. You saw the bishop. Oh, Pengu, yeah, they say, I should say they say they saw the bishop taking the queen, but it was one move too late to be able to prevent it. I know that feeling. Good, well that's one win, there we go, take that. So now this time I've got to be black, because I was white that time, wasn't I? Before we publicize the join code. All right. So that's another one game. Yeah, this could be my first proper league victory. If we can just convert here. If we can just get this going. Let's see. Let's see how we do. Let's see. This season I'm doing pretty good. Not too bad now, yeah. What have we had? We've had 2 draws and a loss. And this is going to be at least a draw, maybe a win. So worst case, we're 3 draws and a loss. Best case, we're 2 draws, 1 win, 1 loss. It's all pretty good. Right. Controversial opening move, I think. Let's just do the standard. Get our queen out. But I feel like some fianchetto action here might work. Not if they go first, I suppose. If they go first, I've kind of screwed myself because... No, it's fine. I'll just have to pop the pawn there. Okay, I like this. Do I like that, or is it better to pop the queen there? Because in the future, the knight will be defending that rook. So I don't want to take it with the queen. I'd rather take it with the bish. Don't celebrate too early. Yeah, it's true. What was that move? Why not the one in the corner? Pushing this pawn is like the most standard opening move for defended pawn because of where your queen is. You want to activate your queen out into the middle of the board nice and early. Admittedly, I've just put a bishop right in front of him, but yeah, that's the ideal thing. Now, here's the kind of just a general kind of discussion point with 5D chess. Bishops are potentially actually worth more than rooks, aren't they? I mean, I can sweep across the board now and take that rook. Do I want to? I'll lose my bishop in the future, potentially. It's like, do I actually want to set up... I mean, should I just take the free pawn first? Maybe I should take the free pawn first. Let's take the free pawn first. I'm not going to time travel yet. No, I'm just thinking about taking the bishop, right? We can just take the rook. It's hanging. But rooks, I mean, they're very powerful for moving around in time. Okay, hold on. They're not defending this pawn anymore. Okay, let's just get the bishop out of the way because we can unleash a devastating attack over here now that that knight's been moved out. And maybe we can retreat our bishop in time and not not lose, but probably not. Okay, interesting. Oh, I see. Now they're defending the pawn. But I think it's too late. They left the pawn undefended for one turn. It's like we will take it in that turn. And when we arrive there, our bishop will be there as well. So yeah, it's gonna be messy for them at that point. It's gonna be messy. Bishop in Romanian is Nebunul, which is the crazy one. That's a great translation. Okay, we have to be careful we don't blunder our queen here. Obviously. You see, we actually could already just play the move. They have to take with the king. Oh no, because the knight hasn't left yet. The knight hasn't left yet. So if I put it there, then we're looking at going back 2 spaces. So it would be like 1, 2, and then we would miss it. Then we would miss it. can't hit it there. It's just that very specific moment in time that we need to land on. And right here, we're 2 squares away. But if we play one more holding move, that will take care of one of the squares. So we can only move 1 square, but if we only move 1 square, we have to move to there, which is where the pawn is defending. So we can't hit that right moment in time anymore. Okay, so we just take, this is a blunder. I've just noticed that this is a blunder on their part, because we just take the knight in the present and save our bishop. Yeah, we just do that. I didn't notice that immediately. But that was a blunder. They had the right idea, but they probably should have played the knight to here. They should have come here to attack the queen from over there. They put it there. The bishop was covering that square. Whew, I'm glad I spotted that bishop there. I don't want to count my chickens before they're hatched again, but I think we're in good shape again. I think they're in pretty big trouble here now. We just need one more holding move. I can't see how they can attack our queen instantly enough to prevent the queen doing its time traveling madness. I mean, yeah, never say never. We can definitely still throw this. Slash, yeah, they could just cane us and just win, like, for sure. But I do think we're improving. I think the amount of time they're taking to think about this is encouraging. You know, their best bet would be to push this pawn one time and then bring the bishop out. But by that point, it's too late, because once they've moved twice, I'll be time traveling back to this pawn. At that exact moment when it was undefended, right here. We want to land right on this board right here. Or this board, I guess, because it's our turn. Yeah, we're landing on to our turn. So we'll be landing on right here. Yeah, so we can't actually land in a place where the bishop is... Yeah, we'll land here. The king will have to take. And then we'll take the rook again and prepare to activate our queen. So in that respect, the sacrifice of the queen may not be the right decision, because the time it will take us to move the bishop the time it will take us to move the bishop will give their king a chance to retreat. One, two, three, four, but it'll be like 4 turns. So we'll have to count it. We'll land, they'll take, and then they'll be there. Then we'll go 1, and they'll retreat, and then we'll go 2, and we'll be there. Yeah, we'll be there early, if anything. So is this the right turn to do it, or do we have to... I think we might have to take one more holding move. Yeah, it's one more holding move. Yeah, okay. So they're going to go for attacking the queen there with the pawn. I don't think there's much going on with that. I'd quite like to maybe just move the rook off the diagonal and onto the soon-to-be open file. We're like over a minute ahead in time. That's cool. Yeah, the king will have to take the queen. That's the whole point in the time-traveling queen sacrifice, is that if you can get to a pawn that's undefended in front of the king, then the king has to take it, and then there's this moment in time where the king is on the front row with the pawns all undefended, and then that moment in time is the moment in time to attack. You then line up your queen in the future. Because remember, we'll time travel back to a board where we'll sack our queen on that board, but we'll have our original queen still in that timeline, which we can then line up to attack the point in time when the king was on the front row. That's basically why defended pawn is the way it is. It's so that when you first start, your queen is over here and your knight is here, so the knight can defend that pawn, and likewise their knight there was defending that pawn instead of the queen being there, which is what left that pawn usually undefended in normal 5D chess. So that's why we're playing defended pawn this season of the league, because it's just another variant that kind of removes that like early queen sacrifice as a possibility, unless a mistake is made or tactical decisions made to leave a pawn undefended. You'll see how this plays itself out. I think we're in a strong spot. Yeah, so they've opted to just push the pawn forwards again. I think they're going to submit that move. We'll see. He's defending with the knight. No, he wasn't. Not at the point in time when we're going to. Now we've lined this up just perfectly to the point where that knight had moved out and isn't defending it anymore. And that knight hasn't moved out to defend it yet. Bang. So now the king's in check. There's only one legal move to deal with the check that's in the present, which is to take the queen. And the only way to take the queen is with the king. And then you can see we just have a few moves. They'll take, we'll take, whatever they do. We'll move our queen here, and it's a ticking time bomb of just waiting. They'll probably push this pawn. I think they can maybe get out of it. Maybe the sacrifice wasn't the right thing to do. Like I was saying, it's debatable, but I think this is how so many games get won. Like if we could move our queen here straight away, that would be better. Let's take the rook again. I think the pawn gets pushed here now, but we'll see. What they opt for. And all we've got to be careful about is the active board in the present. As we reach this active board, they'll be able to play moves across at that point again. So that's what we need to be careful of. They could also like opt to time travel with their queen to somewhere, but they haven't really activated their queen yet. We're also nicely ahead on time. Like we definitely have the upper hand, but we have opted to sack our queen for this position here. But I think that the thing is the king is just so open. Like, so if we move our queen to here, and then they push the pawn to defend the moment when the queen's going to be traveling through that square, because I think they will be able to. If we've just landed there, we need to wait a few more turns. Although we should be able to phase through it at the right moment for the check. But we can just push our queen over to here, then, and then if they push the pawn, we push forwards, or maybe push forwards too. You know, there's this king right now is like just wildly open. That this particular moment in time now for them is so vulnerable. There's going to be so many opportunities in the future for us to attack this king at this moment. He said smugly, as if he knew what was going on, I'm going to get checkmated in like a second. But no, you can see that our position here is strong, right? Like our king is just completely locked in. And even in the future, our king's locked in. Their king's already, and their pieces already spread out. And, you know, they blundered that knight. We've taken a rook in the future. Like, we're up material. We're up time. We have time traveled and we've sacked a queen. And they've still got the time travel up there. up their sleeve. But I think we're good. We may well be looking at my first league match win here. Let's not count the chickens. New Terra Firma Craft Reloaded episode coming out today. And then we're going to do a big stream tomorrow evening. I've made plans. Tomorrow evening is going to be a big TFC stream night. But yeah, we'll have a TFC episode out later on today. It'll be nice. I mean, you can see they're thinking a lot. They're thinking a lot because they're in bad shape. I think we just ignore that. If I play the check now, it's check in the present. When they play, it'll be like going back to bang, back to bang. Yeah, there's a few more. There's like 2 more turns left. Before we potentially do that. Unless we just want it sat there. If we put our queen there, how can they attack it? That's the question we should be asking ourselves. I think this knight is like bait, like we're supposed to like go and take it. Either way, if the knight goes to deliver a check, we can take with the pawn. Yeah, I think we just pop our queen there. Just get it in the spot. It makes it harder for them to attack this area if the queen's already there. Yeah, and the queen will phase through that pawn because there's a couple of turns back here where the pawn wasn't there. So the queen will be able to attack through it from the future. If you see right now, yeah, it's made it that far. So what we want is for it to be hitting the king on this board, and it will be on that square on this board, on that square on this board. Yeah, so it's just a couple more turns we have to wait. Now, I still don't want to take the knight because it's being defended by the queen. I still don't want to take that. I'm just going to line up the rook again on this file. It's almost just like a holding move, really. Just wasting time, essentially. Yep, I thought they might do that. But they've done it a turn early. They should have done it one more turn away. Because in one more turn, they would have prevented me from actually having the attack going. But now we can just take. And they're in check again. And they're in check in the past. There it is. That's the check I knew would be there. And so they have to time travel to defend themselves. And we've created this situation where on this board, they can't move. They just can't move on this board. Because if they do, they create the reality of that queen taking the king in the past. So they can move on this board, and the only thing they can do on that board is time travel backwards. Because that means they don't have to move on this board anymore. So they need to do a time traveling move on this board, and they've got some good ones. I mean, if you look at their queen can probably go right back to very near the start of the game. They could sort of sack their queen at the very beginning here, create a version of the reality. But I think we've won this one again. Like, they're just buying time, you see. And then what they would have to do is go right back to this point and then line up a parallel universe up here on their line, on their +1. That is able to take this queen from a reality up there. But again, they've just resigned in a similar position to last time. That's a W, guys. That's a W. And that was like I knew I ended up being right about the things I thought I was doing, right? Like I ended up not being checkmated by surprise. We're building an understanding of this game now. Yeah, boy, we did it. That's a W. That, my friends, is a win. And for my ELO, it counts as 2 wins because it's 2 games, right? Michael, it must have been when you said I need to do forfeits that inspired me to just start winning some games instead. All right, let's rep our games then. Yeah, left F7 undefended for 1 turn. And you managed to get it. Well played. Yeah. They left F7 undefended for 1 turn, and it's like that's the thing. That is the thing. But yeah, that was fun. Can you? Okay, so I'm going to put the results on the sheet. I'm asking them to rep there. Oh, they've done it. Okay, so this is amazing. So I've actually got some wins under my belt now. So yeah, if you look at our stats, they've got a higher elo than me, but it's only because they've like played less games. They're just actually less experienced. Anyway, right, I think we'll close up this stream for now. So thank you very much for watching. Big ups, Nico. Big in the chess. Man's getting the W's out here. Yeah, poggers. Safe Ian, safe Michael, safe Nico. Thanks everyone for watching. And I'll see you maybe for some Project Zomboid streaming this afternoon. I might stream some Zomboid this afternoon. We might have like quite a full day. 5D chess, then a Zomboid stream, and then a Terraform Craft episode in the evening. But yeah, for this season, you're right. 1 loss, 2 ties, and 1 win so far. We're breaking fairly even. It's pretty decent. So yeah, thanks for watching, people. Take care of yourselves. Happy Tuesday. Be excellent to each other. And I'll see you soon. Safe. Peace.